Hi, this is Debbie Bailey, and I was at SeaWorld San Diego last week, and I should have known just by this nightmare line of cars that it wasn't a good omen for this visit. And just the swarm of cars multiplied by the swarm of people. They had so many employees out there because the entrance is completely dismantled. It's getting a complete renovation. So they had all these scores of employees out there directing people into SeaWorld. But it was such a mess that I couldn't even make it to guest services. It was just this visit was upsetting in so many different ways. I did get to witness. I didn't see everything until I got home and rewatched it. I put up a short clip of the dolphins, but I made it over to the orcas at the diamond tank. And I was fairly far away from them, but I could see them. I couldn't see them, but I could see them, and I was so happy. And I enlarged it. I still couldn't tell who anybody was until I saw Yuli go by on the bottom. And then I saw an orca roll over, make eye contact, and wave with his pectoral at me. And the only two orcas at SeaWorld San Diego that do this, they give me a peck wave, are Keat and Ike. I felt like it was Keat. His behavior said Keat, but I wasn't certain. And then I saw that the other orca was on top of the water. There were two of them that did not leave the top of the water until I went underwater viewing was Orchid. And then I saw this when she gave her back to me. Her dorsal has begun to lean. And last June, her dorsal was straight up and down. About a month later, they started all this crap. So with the tanks and taking everything apart and taking the performance tank away from them and redoing their schedules and just screwing up with them completely. So I go down to underwater viewing to see if 100% make sure it is Keat that waved to me. Plus, if it was, I wanted to see if he would come to me. And I couldn't get him to come. But he did put his body below water. He tilted his head, made eye contact with me. Orchid did her thing with me. This is her version of greeting me. And then she posed for us. So that's two of the three. And then when I rewatched the video, I saw something I'd never seen before. And that was Yuli just going around and around and around and around and only coming up for air, only like stopping this when he came up for air and then around and around and around. And it wasn't his languid pace. He never turned upside down on his belly. He was just racing around that dynamite tank. That's agitation. Ulysses doesn't like people. He doesn't like captivity. But he was clearly aggravated and agitated. That's why he was doing this behavior, just around and around and around. Go back and see the video if you have to. But so all three of them, I saw effects of all these months being messed with. If the barricade had been down, there's no doubt in my mind that Keat would have come to me. Orchid and her leaning dorsal, and Ulysses just so agitated he was just swimming around and around and around. Can't tell you how many passes I had of him. And then, because of Kelly letting everybody know that the performance tank was open, that the sprays were on, I ran up there. I couldn't wait to see these sprays on It was so wonderful. I was so happy to see this. And then I'm looking to see if there's any orcas in there, and there was. And I got this pass by two of them. It was Makani and Clea. I was so happy to see him. And happy to see her too, but, you know, she did attack Cork, so my feelings for her are kind of askew and have been since. And then Makani did this. Gave me a tail wave. As soon as he did, Kalia bumped him and chased him out of the performance tank. As, you know, and then in tank 2, I could see Ike. And I'm calling to Ike. Ike, come see me. It's Debbie. Come on, come see me. Kalia goes and body blocks him. She's not going to let him come in. And then, after body blocking him for a while, she comes back in, like, ha ha ha, and then goes back to body block him again, and then does this little flippity gibbet thing with her tail. Not a hello. It was like, ha 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 ha. Like, what in the world is this orca doing? What is her problem? I even asked her, Clea, what's the matter with you? What are you doing? And so now it's not the same. Okay, they did make changes. There are new sprays in there. And one of them is right by where I stand to witness. One of them is right below me. Okay? Kalia comes over and does her thing. She could have went to any spray in that place. But she came over to where I was to like, yeah, this is my tank, and see me cleaning my dorsal and my back, and whoever is going to come in here, into the performance tank, it's going to be who I say, and I say it's only me. I'm telling you, I can feel this. It's like, oh my God. I mean, these orcas are so, and you think Kalia doesn't know who I am? They all know who I am, all right? She knows how close I am with Makani. She knows how much, that Ike and I have a connection. She could, hey, man, look, I'm the boss of bosses, dude, and Makani's not coming back. Ike ain't coming in, and you can't do a thing about it. Holy crap, dude. So I'm witnessing the effects that all this rearranging, all this upset, all these changes have had on these orcas. It's not a good thing. And they might think it's a good thing that Kalia is the most dominant orca. I don't. She's a bossy little one-way. I'm not going to say it, okay? But hopefully later on in the afternoon, because I only stayed for 2 hours, they put Kalia in another tank and allow Corky and Shuka. They're the 2 orcas I didn't see. I was so depressed not being able to see my Cork. But, and let them and Ike and, go into the performance tank. And they have sprays in tank 2 now. That's brand new also. But this whole thing has had a terrible effect on all of them. All of them. And then I had to see this thing. They got a jellyfish encounter coming soon. Don't even ask me what that's about. I don't know, and God help us all. And then I see this piece of propaganda. A park with a purpose. Give me a fracking break. The purpose is to exploit as many mammals, animals, birds, whatever, jellyfish, that they can to make them money. That's their purpose in life. All right? That's it. I didn't go to the show. I see no point of it. To bring you any part of that BS educational thing. It's a ripoff. I am not going to contribute a dime to, having lunch at the Dine with Tank. You know who I am. I'm a witness. I'm somebody that pays. I've been grandfathered in. I pay the lowest amount of anybody practically in the world to get in there. Okay? And I won't give them another dime over that. And I won't buy anything to eat or drink in there because everything's owned by SeaWorld Inc. now. There are no private vendors anymore. So, no. I am a witness for these orcas. Every once in a while I go to the dolphins for Mary Rose, for Andy, for Jennifer. But this whole thing, this remake that they've done, they've won. There was nothing special going on. Nothing. And it was like summertime in there. It took 3 people to get me out of SeaWorld. I was so turned around and flummoxed and confused. 3 different people had to help me out because I could not find the exit. And I've been going there since I was a 10-year-old child. All right? And through all these changes over the decades. But right now, it's just insanity. So my hope is here. The SWIMS Act. A bill by Adam Schiff in the House of Representatives. And they got it all together and through committee and by 2022. All right. And the co-sponsor was in the Senate was Dianne Feinstein. This was one of the last pieces of legislature she worked on before she died. And you know how it was in, we were so bogged down with COVID and the economy and this and that. But then the GOP won the midterms and took the House by 6 or 7 seats. This is a Democratic bill, and it's going to stay tabled unless we take back the House of Representatives, keep the Senate, and keep Joe Biden as president. All right? Because this is SeaWorld's, this is the true state of affairs. We only have SeaWorld's word that they will not breed again. And we all know that SeaWorld's word is for crap. All they do is lie. All right? So they could start breeding anytime they want. The SWIMS Act makes it illegal. See, right now, it's not law. This makes it law that they cannot breed. It also is in favor of sea sanctuaries. Okay? And here it is. Please read it. I'd advise you to go read it all. But I'm putting up here the most important parts. This protects orcas, beluga whales, pilot whales, and false killer whales held in captivity anywhere in the United States of America. All right? It's the strongest piece of legislation ever to protect orcas in captivity, to get them out of captivity, to bulldoze right through NOAA, to keep them from trying to pull off another Scarlet. Remember poor Scarlet with NOAA fisheries, with SeaWorld personnel trying to go out there and get her? They could never do that again. Okay? And seeing these orcas in sea sanctuaries, this is where all my hope has been for 3 years. Please vote for the Democrat in your district running for the House of Representatives. This is our hope. Conventional methods have not worked. They've never worked. This would make it federal law, and they would have to comply. I did the best I could with the barricades and with Kalia running everybody away from me, but I did witness. Thanks so much for watching, for listening. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.